When this happened, Sarah said she felt in an inferior, one-down position like a child. Sam, although he felt one up, felt very isolated. So at first, Sam said he didn't want to talk. Sarah respected his boundaries. She didn't nag or take it personally. Instead, she said, well, if you ever want to, about what you're going through, I'm here. She left an invitation. A few days later, he took her up on it. He was challenging his belief that men should have all the financial answers. He confided that he was terrified, and she was able to focus on his feelings, which was a reversal of happiness for them. She told him that no matter what, they were in it together, they had each other and their sons, and with this strong family base, Sarah was less focused on what people might be saying and more present in her own life. So in this family, the relationships between all of the family members have shifted. The parents act more like a team. The children are closer to the parents and to each other. These parents met the challenge by looking at what beliefs they were taught and questioning some of these. Sarah wouldn't have chosen this situation, but has stretched herself in ways she wouldn't have thought possible. She has reframed this time as a challenge that she can deal with. And the other family members also stretched, and they did something differently than what they would ordinarily do. In times of stress, people tend to do exactly the opposite. They tend to do more of the same. For example, a controlling mother may automatically become more so during times of stress. A woman who spends all of her time out of the house with her friends will do more of that. Doing something differently might initially raise our anxiety because it's taking a risk. It takes courage. However, not doing something differently keeps you stuck. So Sarah got creative. She thought of small things that could work for her family, and she did not give up because those boys were not peeling the potatoes on day one. But she remained strong in her new belief that everyone could help. She elicited help from her partner and vice versa. This is just one example. It might not be right for your family depending upon your beliefs. There are countless ways to show up to turn this crisis into opportunity. You will not be able to change many situations in life, but you can change your outlook. And to sum up, here are some ways to act your wage and live better during these tough times. Remember, how you spend your days is how you spend your life. So these tips that I'm going to read are both for men and women. Notice what you believe and how these beliefs impact your children. Do you and they have to have what everyone else has? When this is impossible, what attitude do you have? Are you able to postpone gratification? Notice what you value most. If your family comes first, how might you show this? How do you show the 5 A's of adult love to your partner and vice versa? These are attention, acceptance, appreciation, affection, and allowing the other to be himself or herself. Educate yourself about your situation. Communicate with your spouse in a way that is both respectful to him and to you. Make sure it's a good time for both of you to talk. Timing is really important. Be creative. What might you do differently? Be patient. Change takes time. Be generous and kind to your loved ones. Life is full of challenges. How do you want to show up to this one?
And one of the very first people that encouraged me was Rosie Franco. And Rosie holds a very, very special place in my heart. And she, as you all know, used to have Paper Moon over there on Avenue P. She was what she did for me. She gave me so much insight in business. She was one of our original businesswomen in our community who went out there, opened a store, and took the bull by the horns and did a fabulous job. And she was amazing, gave everybody the personal touch, made everybody feel that they were the most important person in the room. And every time I went over there just to talk to her and get a little advice, I walked out of there on a cloud nine.